What is up, my good friends? We still got to do quant mining, but before we do that, we're going to unlock ourselves ERT missions. And then we'll time ourselves. So probably in two different missions. So this will be our get qualified mission. So we're going to go ahead and rent a Connie Andromeda, Constellation Andromeda, multi-role medium freight gunship. You can also rent a Phoenix, but it costs quite a bit more, and I don't find the upside to be all that worthwhile for that one. If you could rent an Aquila, I would recommend that. I'd love the Aquila compared to the others, but you can't. So don't stress about it. Note that the only place that you can rent a Phoenix is at New Babbage. So just have that in mind, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and rent the Connie. I'm back at Area 18 just because that's where I set my spawn point at. That's where I recommend most people set their spawn points at. Especially if you pledged a prospector, then yeah, definitely here. Pledging a prospector actually can make a lot of sense because you could just instantly get whatever else you wanted. Anyway, I digress. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and retrieve the Connie. Then we're gonna, on our way over there, we're gonna just grab the bounty certification. This airport's a little weird because you have to like go down and around through the elevators. Elevators are like over around this corner. But the airport is much smaller, so I like it more just because it's super easy to get around. Do you value your time? You can also buy some ships on Area 18. Like Area 18 is just kind of the most well-rounded in my opinion. All right, we are looking for our certification. Not that, not that. Actually, I don't really want my blackjack certification because I think all the groups are North Rock, and we want North Rock. Master Tracker. Okay, this one costs 25k. Like cave on Microtech. It's not a great sign. But, you know, you can't have everything you want in life. So this is the P-52 tucked up nicely underneath. It is right side up. It does look like it's upside down, but it's right side up. You don't want to just grab the elevator. You can also take the cargo elevator down. You know, you have two options, but I hate having to climb the ladder and it's slower, so there's that. Also, this poops you out like right next to the bridge. Just know that you can take both options. Commander on the bridge. And also, take the turret up or the turret down. The Andromeda has two turrets, like fighter turrets. The Taurus has a tractor beam. The Phoenix might have two turrets as well. I can't remember. The Phoenix is just like so much money. I don't think it's worth it. The one downside about the Aquila is one of them is a sensor scanner, which like maybe when Pyro comes out that'll like have value, but it's not today. Just gonna set our route for Microtech just to make this easier. Gotta loosen that one up just a little bit. This mic arm is finicky because if I loosen it too much, then it'll just like spring back. I love retracting the landing gear on the Connie. It like deploys out its like semi-winged profile in a really cool way. The thrusters are cool. I don't think the VTOLs. Oh, they do actually. Yeah, the vertical thrusters realign ever so slightly. Get us out of here. Alright, so the problem with ERTs... Okay, as a second thing. One of the biggest downsides about the Connie is just how much of a boat it is. I think Area 18 is like 9,000. It might be 11,000. No, it's only like 7,500. Another reason to go to Area 18, especially over Orison. Alright, the engine's not going to be really fast. You're not paying, like, the rental doesn't come with an XL1, so just recognize that. On our way over here, you could basically, in my experience, you can get 2 ERT targets. One is a hammerhead, and it's the more prevalent option. If you do get a hammerhead, angle your deflector shields to the front of you and then just kind of kite backwards. So you'll try to come and get on its broadside, and you'll just want to like keep that distance between the two of you. I believe the weapons on this one are a ton of rockets, which, since we're not using them for bounty missions, try to keep this as even as possible. Oh, what's turned off here? I don't know, strange. You do get 52 missiles though. So mostly marksman ones, which are like garbage size 1 missiles, but you can launch 4 of them at a time and just dump them all. Infrared and cross sections. So not the best stock missile choices, but you do get a lot of them. And then 4 rhinos, which are just size 4 laser repeaters, which are pretty good for killing most things. They do suck against hammerheads. I would normally, if you're gonna do chain ERTs, I would recommend a cannon build out, but this is what I have money for right now, so that's what we're getting. I'll probably get a Connie next just to do chain ERTs and then get a prospector, so I gotta earn myself buku bucks. Actually have to get a prospector in order to do that video, so don't do what I do. Get a Connie and then get a prospector. The downside about getting a prospector is you gotta sell the ore at wholesale, so it only sells for 44 a piece instead of 88. So you make half as much money. You don't have to transport it though, so it is a little bit safer. And we'll still be able to get the calculations for the ore really easily that way. The other thing with getting you can't do rented prospector for quant mining. You have to get the Lancet. It's like not possible otherwise. I mean, in theory it is, especially if you buy modules, but the stock laser only comes with 1 module option, and it really does have to be like the one that like increases your window. I always forget. I think it's like the Brant and the Stampede. Don't quote me on those, but if you get the Brant, then it will widen your window of, it's like widen or stabilize. And Stampede will make it go really far, really fast. So basically, you like dump both of those, you get through the rock really quickly and safely. Man, you really. This is why you buy an XL1. Just takes 8 eternities to get anywhere. We're going on for quite a while here without 30k. Kind of surprising, to be honest. This one's against a human player. I'm not accepting those right now. I've had such bad luck with humans. A couple of people like I shot down and killed. Some people just log off right as they're about to die. Some people I shoot down and kill. and somebody else pops in right there and gets the final blow, so they get the thing. Um, because multiple people can take out bounties on the same target. You also another thing that happened I did, which I filmed in the video of how to do human bounty hunting tracking, is they slammed into an asteroid, Grimhex to be specific, and I just had to be sad watching their dead body float in space for it not giving me the bounty qualification. So that was annoying. Let me show you one of my favorite tools, though, just while we are here for a minute all together. Bada bing. All right, we'll zoom in here. Oh, my shields went critical. We'll look into that in a minute. Sure. All right, so this is the Star Citizen Wiki, and it's going to tell you where to get rentals. You get these at the Traveler stations. They're I think they're in every airport, in like different locations because all the airports are different, but in each airport there is one of these. The only one I'm not recollecting specifically is Hurston, but I know it's there. So, and then this is going to give you the breakdown of where you can rent everything. So you can get a Titan at some of the like Everest Harbor, Bajini Point, and Port Trustlers. You can get it everywhere but New Babbage, which is a little weird. But New Babbage, you can get the Warlock, and then you can get the Vanguard Warden rented at Lorville. So that's a good option if you just want to get one to start off with. I think the Warden comes with cannons too, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cannons. You can rent the Arrow. The Nox is like a little racing mini bike. You can rent the Alpha and the Gamma, not the Delta. Cuddy Black, Dragonfly are all you can get from Drake. The Rock we already rented for a different video. Freelancer you can rent. I don't know which type this is. Might just be the stock variant. You can get the Prospector and you can get the Razor, which is pretty fun ship to fly. 300i. Some people do like the 600i for doing bounty missions. For doing ERTs. So this is another option. If you didn't want to get the Connie, you could go ahead and get the 600i. Looks like you have to get that at Lorville or New Babbage. Those are your two options, full stop. The 85X is fun. I do like that one. It's pretty fun to fly. And the M50 Interceptor is one of my favorites. It's kind of tough to say whether or not I like the Razor or the M50 more. They're pros and cons. Aurora ES, the Essential. I think that's like the one you start with. Just kind of can do everything, but it's pretty garbage. And then the LN is the combat variant, so you have those two options. Then the Andromeda and the Phoenix. Again, the Phoenix you can get at New Babbage. And then you can round it out with the Tumbril Cyclone. If you just want to drive around on some wheels. Holy crap. Buy an XL1. It's like all the reasons not to rent a vehicle. Number one, you can't have an XL1. I have no idea why my shields are going nuts. Yeah, 4% on each side. They are going up in transit, so that's good. Normally, like, you get faster as you go, so. But this is the raw and unvarnished video. I could clip this out, but I don't really want to because I've had some good talks and some other things. Oh, let's look at the Urkels, the Urkel for this too, because you do want to swap this around on the Connie. So I'll show you my Aquila recommended specs, and then I'll talk through each of those options. Not that one. There we go. I know this stuff's a little small. We'll zoom in here a little bit. Here we go. I don't really want to. I don't like the mobile version as much, so I'm trying to maintain the PC one. But we'll zoom in really close. Leave a comment if you felt like I should have zoomed in really close, then we'll revisit. Okay, we'll go to the hangar. I'll pick my Aquila for bounty hunting. And I recommend, just as Subliminal does, Omnitsky 15s for size 5s. And then you have to do, you have locked Veripucks for like, so the top, you have 4 lasers that are basically like, I don't know how to like I don't, kind of like this, like in a square shape, right? So if I was like the pilot in the middle, trying to orient my hand, if I'm like the pilot in the middle, they're like 2 above you and 2 below you. The ones above you, I'm pretty sure, are the size 5s, and the ones below you have locked Veripucks. So you do get better tracking not only with them, but you can't get the size 5s. You have to get the size 4s. So, which shoot at different velocities, which is kind of annoying. They shoot at different velocities, but they do load double ammo. The DPS is a more than double though. See this 391 to 1171, so big difference there. The turret on the bottom is radar, so it's basically useless. And then you can use Badgers, or you can swap these out for cannons if you want to. You can do Omnitsky 6s. You can do M4As too if you prefer to do that. Lots of options. I kind of just keep that stock, so. Badgers are nice for shooting little ships, so that feels nice for other people. It does come with, I changed it all to Dominator electromagnetics. So, yep, I did that. That only gives you 24 size 2s. So, this is like the same as just the size 2s on the Andromeda. So, pros and cons there. And then I did all military components on my old Aquila. So that's kind of what my kind of stock recommendation is. Definitely the XL1. Some people will say you don't need the coolers, you don't need the power plants, but the shields are necessary. So do with that whatever you want to. You do get the... With it, you do get the P52 Merlin. And I don't think you can change the Tiger Strike. So that is one of the biggest downsides of the Merlin versus the Archimedes. Comes with 4 Bulldogs. And these are all interchangeable, though they are all size 1s, so you might as well keep the Veripucks on. You can change these to attritions. If you want other repeaters, you can go for sucker punches. Or you can go for Omnitsky 3s. So those are all, or FL11s. So if you want some cannons instead, you can do that. You can also change the fire groups, so you can do 2 cannons and 2 repeaters. Cannons will give you a little bit better chance against certain ships, but that's all a choice you can make. So we're finally there. Holy crap, that took a while. Alright, the good news is that they look to be close to the Shubin SMO-18. The bad news is that we have a 20-second cooldown on this stock engine. Holy crap, this thing sucks. Not my favorite. Alright, we're just gonna stock full missiles. We'll probably go we'll empty out the size 2s and then we'll empty out the size 1s after that. Oh, this is even better. We're coming in like right on top. So, and it's putting us like 35k out, which gets us to 20 of Louise's last location. So that's nice. We're gonna swap over to strike forces. Alright, we're gonna get the engines back. I don't know how they decide like how quickly the boost and how long you can have boosts on each of the ships is, but it's a thing. We have lock. They are moving. But for some reason, maybe they're on the ground behind something. Sometimes you can just luck out. It looks like this one is a Vanguard. So that could be cool. Bad luck with missiles today though, but we are hitting him with every single one of these rhinos. Bing bada boom. You spend 25 and you get back next to nothing. Alright, well you have like massive mags on this, so often if I'm fighting a hurricane, I'll just like kind of hold it, put like one over to the weapons and then the rest over to shields and just kind of kite them. I hate hurricanes so much. Okay, so the hammerhead was actually our target. So we're gonna back off. Swap on missiles. So it gave us a wrong reading there. I'm glad we didn't just blitz out. And we're just gonna punch him with everything we've got. I'm not using these for anything else, so have fun. He's giving hard chase to us, which is a little weird. All right. Oh, my shields are down. I really need engines back. Probably need shields more, but... Right. They might be trying to get shields back too. Like, how does an infrared or a cross-section missile miss a standing still hammerhead? It will forever boggle my mind. Okay, so, but I have made my point in that, like, you definitely want to bring cannons for this, and you could definitely imagine how bringing a warden or a sentinel, any vanguard for that matter, except for the torp thrower. What is that? The harbinger against a hammerhead is just a fraud experience. And even if you bring the harbinger, the missiles are like annoying to the hammerhead. Back up to max shields. I'm gonna dump a few into the forward shields. Should get us to around 50% or total shield capacity to forward shields. Yeah, you can see like the shields are taking a little bit of hit here. Size 1 missiles are just a tickle on a hammerhead. Alright. I will try to kite these a little bit. Problem is the hammerhead just hits hard. And it takes a beating. So you just gotta work it for a while. I do recommend being on, you know, we talk about being on getting on the broadside initially, but you want to be on top or on bottom. I mean those four, the quad cannon on top does a lot of damage, but you see we're still at 35 shields, so we're okay. I just need my weapons back, and you can just kind of like pick somewhere to hit. You can try to blow up the cannon, but it doesn't really work that well. You can see one of the side turrets has engaged us, the other one not so much. And it says shields are critical, but we're at 25. I think it's shields on the sides that are kind of failing. So we gotta watch that. His thorax midsection, whatever you want to call that, is taking a beating. Just kind of want to stay on top of him. Like, power output and capacity of a hammerhead is just ridiculous. Trying to get over onto one side of him, but that is proving to be very difficult. Now, if I had cannons, he would have been dead 3 minutes ago, but you know. Do you usually want to be within like 800 meters? The problem of doing that is give ourselves just a little bit back to weapons. Like, looks like he's like drifting into the ground. Just a little weird. Our shields are still holding pretty strong. Just want to hit that midsection. He is making it surprisingly elusive. There we go. Ooh. That's the worst one. The first one is the worst one. Because after that, you're not paying for the privilege of killing a hammerhead. You're getting paid for the privilege of killing a hammerhead. So, there is a cave around here, by the way. Let's also just go look. I think that these are just rocks, but... Got a Taurus, and this was like loot from the exploded ship. It's not. It's just asteroids. So, anyway, well, that was a nice way to spend some money in the verse to rent a ship. To fight a ship that gave us next to no money to kill. Just get some power back to thrusters. And we are up and out of here. It's time to head back to Crusader. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If not, put that in the comments. But let me know what else you want to see. And until next time, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.